Guys, my brand new 2025 Stark Varg EX. Now this is gonna be Stark Future's first legal motorcycle, and we are in California, so this is 100% street legal in the streets of California. I ordered this Stark Varg EX literally the day that Stark Future on their Instagram account announced its release. I got it from Calpin Cycles. Big thank you to Junior. He took my pre-order that same day, and I was actually one of the first in the United States to have their EX. I got mine in early May. It was quick and easy. A lot of dealerships out here in California are gonna wanna charge you some ridiculous prices. I saw one that actually got sold at a local dealership for about $18,000, which is absolutely insane. I got mine for $14,000 out the door. No tax, free shipping, no dealer markup prices, any of that crap. So if you want one, head over to Calpin Cycles. They got you. Let them know that Juan from Impact Tech sent you. But let's get to the build, because we've added a couple of things that don't come stock to this motorcycle that really make this motorcycle an awesome hooligan bike. We went with a set of SuperMoto wheels. The stock Enduro wheels are super fun. I rode them for about 2 days and I had a blast. I'm eventually gonna put them back on, but I did wanna make this a dedicated street hooligan motorcycle. So of course we had to go with the SuperMoto wheels. I ordered these wheels from Warp 9. The wheel color that I chose is going to be Illusion Violet, and the spokes, I got them on black. I got the titanium hardware for the rotor, and then I did the exact same thing for the rear. These wheels, I ordered them and I got them within 2 weeks. Their website said anywhere from 4 to 6 weeks, but I got them super early. I wrapped them in Michelin Pilot Power 2CTs in the front and the rear. And so far the grip has been really great. You roll stoppies with ease and it's really, really nice. I went with the gray fairing kit, but I went to Rival Ink's website and I customized this really cool wrap just to kind of give it its own like one of one. Of course, I had to go with a custom stunt seat. One of the biggest reasons why I got this motorcycle was to wheelie and to be able to practice in my neighborhood without having a gas-powered motorcycle be annoying to my neighbors. I went ahead and got this, and so far I've been riding it for about 2 weeks, and not once have I been pulled over, not once has a neighbor complained. It's so silent, and it's such a great bike to learn how to wheelie. With all the different modes, you can turn the regeneration on or off, or anywhere from 0 to 100%. So it's a really, really great bike, especially if you're first learning how to wheelie. You can set that regen all the way up to 100%, and you don't really have to worry about looping the bike, because the moment your hand's off the throttle, it's gonna come right back down. You still wanna learn brake control, obviously, but it's really good for beginners. I made this custom Impact Tech adjustable subcage. So the Impact Tech adjustable subcage, I went ahead and did these custom brackets to the rear subframe, and we used a 2021 Yamaha R1 subcage that we already have in production, and it fit flawlessly. I had to trim the plastic a little bit on the inside of these wells just to kind of clear the plastics and make sure they sit fine. But other than that, it looks amazing. I'm gonna let one of my good buddy, Jay Cruz, ride this bike. He's a professional start rider. He requested to have these on so he can do circles and a various of other tricks on the subcage. The subcage also comes with these Delrin pucks, which is gonna be great to kind of protect the motorcycle in case it falls. If the Delrin pucks get damaged, you just go ahead and get it swapped out. I got everything else pretty much stock. I did have some Warp 9 foot pegs that add a little bit of extra grip. I do still have the stock mirrors. I did take off the stock turn signals that the Stark Varg EX came with. They were just super bulky and I didn't like them. Now, I know a lot of you guys want to purchase a Stark Varg EX to do a SuperMoto build, and I'm going to talk about the things that I've experienced over the last 2 weeks of owning this bike. Now, if you currently own, let's say like a Sur-Ron, any electric motorcycle of that sort, this bike is not similar to that, okay? This is a full-size dirt bike, meaning that you cannot touch the floor if you're under 6 feet, right? Even with like the SuperMoto setup, you're not gonna be able to touch the floor. If you don't have experience in riding and you haven't ridden a dirt bike at all, either a 250 or a 450, just a true size dirt bike, this is going to be a little bit difficult for you to even initiate. There's no clutch on this bike, right? So on a dirt bike, if you were to fall, you pull in the clutch, and as soon as you go down, then you have that safety to not whiskey throttle out of this. This is an electric throttle bike, so the moment you hit that throttle, you're going to go flying up. So that's the first thing that I want to know. All right, now the second thing is going to be range on this motorcycle. This motorcycle obviously does not have gas. So you can't go to a simple gas station and put some gas in here and keep on going. The motorcycle is gonna have a range, and so far that range has varied a little bit. From my place of work to my home, it's roughly about 13 miles. I have taken this route like 5 times already at different power modes. The first time I took this route, I wanted to be at the lowest horsepower setting, so I went to like 15 horsepower and I cruised here the entire time. Now 15 horsepower is fairly slow, but I just wanted to see what would happen at that power rate. It took me from 100% all the way to 81%, which was a 20% drop. Now, if I wanted to go back from my work to my home, that's another 20%. So I went from 100 to 60%. The following day, I did that at about 40 horsepower, and I went from 100% to 70%, 30% battery loss. And then if I wanted to go back, now that's 60%, so I'm only left with 40% charge. Recently, I've been doing it in mode 4, which is about 60 horsepower, and I've been trying to just be at full throttle the whole way. There is a way that I can hop onto a highway for a short period of time, which I did, and that took me to 40% battery drawn. 40% to get here, and then 40% back, that's 20%. If I would have went to like maybe 80 horsepower or gone to a liquor store or a convenience store of some sort, I may have not been able to make it back home. The range sucks depending on what power mode you want to go on, okay? So if you work far and you think you're gonna purchase a Stark Varg EX and commute long distances, this is not the bike for you, absolutely not. Unless you have a charger at home and a charger at your workplace where you can consecutively charge it, I would not get this motorcycle one bit. This motorcycle is designed to be a hooligan bike around the city with the SuperMoto setup. It's not designed to do long road trips. It's not designed to be on the highway for a long period of time. It's not designed to be at full throttle on the highway for a long period of time. This bike only goes up to about 90 miles an hour. And if you're at 90 miles an hour at full throttle, you're gonna hurt the motor because it's not designed to do this. These are enduro motorcycles. And even if you have the MX version, that is a motocross motorcycle. They're designed to do motos around a track and not be at full throttle for 20, 30 minutes consecutively. It's designed to be, you know, ran on the streets of like Los Angeles, downtown LA with a SuperMoto setup where you're gonna be popping a wheelie, doing a stoppie, having some fun, and then putting it right back on the bed of your truck. Now, I did go on Saturday to one of our stunt spots that we have locally here in Los Angeles, and I was able to stunt consecutive wheelies. You know, I probably did around 200 wheelies, and I had 50% battery range left, you know, which is perfect for me. It's just like a gas-powered motorcycle. When I go to the stunt spot, I barely even use a tank of gas, you know, and my gas tanks are cut in half and they're made into stunt tanks, so the capacity lower significantly than a normal motorcycle. Now, the third thing, this bike is quiet. I would not suggest this for somebody who has never owned a motorcycle and has not put some time, at least a year, into riding on the street. When we're on a motorcycle, we're already focused on everything around us, right? Our senses just increase. If somebody is trying to cut us off, we'll pull the clutch in and we'll rev bang so they can hear us. We have loud exhaust. With this electric motorcycle, nobody can hear you. Nobody can see you. And the horn is on the phone, on the speaker on the phone. It's not loud whatsoever. You put your helmet on, you cannot hear this, let alone somebody inside of their car can't hear this. So you have to be super attentive. You have to make sure that you ride in a way where you're experienced enough to be able to zoom in and out of traffic, be able to lane slip, be able to get to the front of the road, be able to anticipate the lights changing a different color and see if you're going to be able to do a particular maneuver. You definitely got to be very careful with that. That's something I was struggling with the first day. I felt like I was invisible on the road. I felt like I really had to be on all my senses and just be super sharp at everything I did. Having multiple motorcycles, having other supermotos, having leader bikes, having everything, I think this is a great addition to my collection. I'm going to continue to ride this and continue to better my skills on the Stark Varg EX. We're going to upload a lot more content about wheelies and that sort. The adjustable subcage was a one of one for my Stark Varg. I mean, if you're interested and you want something like this, you can easily buy the subcage from impacttech.com. Again, we use the 2021 Yamaha R1 adjustable subcage. The modifications of the subframe, they are a little bit different. You're gonna have to have a fabricator do that. But if you're really, really interested, send me a DM, find our contact information in the description down below and send me a message. Maybe we can build one for you. But overall, man, I really like this bike so far. I think it's super fast. It's super great. I give it an 8 out of 10 so far. I love it. And we're gonna make a lot more videos, and I'm gonna really put this bike to its test and see what breaks, what doesn't break. But so far, man, I'm impressed.